Well, hello there all you marvelous people, and welcome back to another episode of An Ecologist Plays, a channel where I get to share my passion about nature while playing games. And I mean, what's not to love about that? Now we are back in Subnautica below zero, as you can see, and we are at Doma Nova, which has expanded. We have been busy. Now, I've been doing this off screen, but I also have made a recording, and unfortunately, I lost that recording because I accidentally deleted it. So, if there are any weird discrepancies during today's episode, please just chalk it up to the fact that I have lost the original recording and I'm busy making this new recording over here. Now, we are now powered with the bioreactor as well over here, which is currently running on some plant matter, shrub nuts, and fevered berries. Our farms over here are wonderful, they're growing. We've got fevered pepper trees here, we've got Preston's Delight, we've got shrub nuts, and we've got marble melon and Chinese potato as well. So we are very self-sufficient. Now, there is one thing that we can also make in here, which will just increase that self-sufficiency quite a bit. And that is the alien containment compartment over here. Oh, it's big. Oh, I didn't know it's this big in the large room. But that's marvelous. 5 glass and 2 titanium is what we need. That shouldn't be too difficult. All right, that's the last of the glass. And that means we should be able to make this.
An aquarium just for looks, or your own personal sushi factory. You decide.
Personal sushi. I wonder whether one can actually put a large room on top of this large room. Let's have a look. Yes, one can. Oh, we're going to have to do that. We're going to build this massive aquarium tower up at some point. Okay. Oh, this is marvelous. Oh, can't wait to put in some fishies and eggs in here. Let's actually just put in a hatch. Alrighty. Now, of course, as all good bases should have, we have a scanner room over here, and we've already upgraded it. It's nice and big, the scanning area. What I also did realize is one can scan for the Chelicerates, which are the big Leviathans that we can encounter in this area. And if we are over here, there's a Chelicerate right over there. And I think there is another one in the area as well. I think there are 2. So this is not the safest of places to be. So I have also outfitted my sea truck with the afterburner, which gives it a nice boost of speed when needed. So just to be able to escape from these Chelicerates up there, yeah, we have done that. But like all good ecologists, just knowing that something exists is not enough. We are going to go and say hello to it. And of course, we need to scan it. I'm going to just take off my little modules over here just so that it's easy for us to maneuver and run away from it with our sea truck if necessary. And then let's head out and let's actually go and scan the Chelicerate, because it is right over there. Alrighty, it should be right up there. We are, however, going to just approach by swimming. We've got a few med kits ready just in case it does damage us, because it is most likely going to. I mean, look at that. Magnificent. There's our first official big Leviathan. And we're just going to swim. Okay. Swim up to it and scan and get attacked by it in the process. Let's just quickly use the med kit on ourselves. And another one. And then we go back. Because why not? If at first you don't succeed, be attacked and attacked again. Come on, Chelicerate. We don't want to harm you, we just want to scan you. Yeah, here he comes again, and we scan, and we've made good progress. However, we are almost dead. Let's just quickly top up ourselves again, and here he comes. I think one little bit. Come on. Can we do this? Oh, so close. Beautiful, beautiful creature. And hey, if I die in the process of scanning this magnificent beast, it'll be worth it. Come on, it's probably going to turn around and come and grab me one more time. There we go. Opening up its jaws like that, and we have it. Okay, let's run. Let's run. We've got no more health left. None whatsoever. We're going to leave you in peace now. Godspeed. Off we go. Yeah. Oh my word. And we didn't even die. Sheesh. Almost, but didn't. Alright. back to base. Oh man, still can't believe we just did that. Okay, so let's have a quick look at it, shall we? If we look here at the Chelicerates, and this is our first proper Leviathan, far larger than any of the other things we have encountered thus far. If we look here, except perhaps glow whale, now about the same size as the glow whale it seems, and actually a little bit larger. If we look at the human over there versus the glow whale, it'll be about 8 meters in height, the glow whale, whereas the Chelicerate is, yeah, at its back here about 8 meters in height. So this is actually a massive creature. It doesn't look like it in first person, but if we were to go into third person, this thing would be massive. So it's relatively unknown, and many on 4546b hope it stays that way. Not sure who these many people are that are hoping that it stays that way, but anyway. So the Chelicerae, which are these large mandibles over there, they are composed of a bony material, so quite hard, quite strong, and as we saw there, it swims at you with its mouth open and then tries to grab you. And these Chelicerae over here are very similar to the ones that you find in solifuges, also known as camel spiders or sun spiders, or here in South Africa we also call them red Romans or rooi roman. Goodness knows why, but anyway, they're not Roman and they are only a pinkish color, not really red in color. Now the solifuges are also able to move these mandibles or these Chelicerae independently. They can move these two upwards and these ones downwards, and then the ones on the left hand side to the left and the ones on the right hand side to the right. They can move them independently, so it gives them the ability to also grip their prey and then move it towards their mouth and actually chew it quite efficiently as well. But the Chelicerate over here has something that solifuges don't have. They've got the inside of a mouth that looks very similar to the penguins and also the leatherback sea turtle. They've got a whole bunch of backward pointing teeth, and that prevents prey from slipping out of their mouths once they have gripped them, and then also helps them to just move it into the mouth. So once this thing has grabbed a hold of you, you are screwed. The only reason we were able to survive the attack is because we had like 5 bandages on us, so we could just recover while we were being attacked, so we could withstand the blows. But yeah, a whole bunch of little plates all along here, reddish in color, again probably going into the depths to catch prey as well, and being red in color, they blend in perfectly with the surroundings down there. And these plates over here providing some flexibility, but also quite strong. If you look here, the exoskeleton is a thick, segmented exoskeleton, very similar to the armored fish that were around in the Devonian period on Earth. Those placoderms, things like the Dunkleosteus. Those fish really very well armored back in the day. They needed to be because they were eating one another as well. They, instead of having teeth, they had these big shears, basically extensions of their jaws, bone plates that they could chew their prey with or bite their prey with. The Chelicerates over here, of course, have very strong spikes to puncture through their prey, and most likely capable of eating other Leviathans and other Chelicerates as well. So they patrol the warmer water or near the thermal vents, and seen feeding upon other predators and fish. There we go. Probably also being cannibalistic. Food is food. And it says here it also emits a loud screech to disorientate its prey. So on smaller fish, it temporarily stuns them, which gives the Chelicerate more time to attack. Very similar to what you find with mantis shrimps, which are neither mantises nor proper shrimps. Instead, they are just another little crustacean, a different group altogether. But mantis shrimps will use their claws to produce this pulse to stun their prey as well, making it much easier to actually catch food. Now we are just going to say hello to another Leviathan, one that is not as aggressive or as dangerous as the Chelicerates are. So from the dangerous ones, from the monster to the whale, let's say hello to the glow whale at the top here. Oh, absolutely marvelous. Look at this. So if we switch the light off, whole bunch of bioluminescence all along its body here, most likely to show other individuals where they are, and then of course also deep booming sounds that they make to also communicate with each other. And we're just going to grab a hold over here, just hold onto this glow whale. Nothing can attack us, it seems, while we are actually on it. I think in the previous recording I made, I was also riding it. Come on, you can try to attack me, but you're not going to damage me. I think I was attacked by brute shark. Speaking of which, there is a brute shark right over there. But as far as I know, they can't actually attack us while we are on the glow whale. Oh, gorgeous. Just have to keep an eye on our oxygen. But big eyes and also a photophore or a light producing organ right in front of the eye there as well, possibly to help it locate shoals of fish that it can be feeding on. In the previous episode I mentioned that I suspect they eat phytoplankton. Yeah, turns out they will be feeding on shoals of fish. So that little shoal of fish over there, once it gulps it up like that, gobbles it up, nothing, no way it can escape the big open mouth. So they open their mouth, they create the suction, and they then just gobble up the whole shoal of fish, and they swallow it and somehow get rid of the water that they swallow in the process as well. There is another interaction. If we approach it from the right angle, we should be able to just say hello to it properly. There we go. We can just move around the eye over here and it looks at us. Oh wow, it even lights up a special little photophore at its eye there. Oh, this is gorgeous. The glow whale's quite big. Probably the only thing they have to fear are chelicerates. Like whales on Earth have to worry about things like orcas or killer whales that can take them down. Even the big glow whales over here will probably be eaten by something, and most likely the chelicerates that are in the area. And to help them escape, they do have counter shading as well. Lighter on the belly than at the top here. Also, not just a straight line. There are a whole bunch of wavy patterns over here, which is a form of disruptive camouflage. Breaks up the outline a little bit more. So makes it more difficult for predators to spot them. So from below, if we just go down here and we look up at it, that lighter color belly will blend in a little bit better with the lighter colored sky there. Not necessarily for us because we can see the silhouette there, but it does break it up a little bit. If we look from the top here, it is darker, blending in with the darker waters below. And then looking from the side, that wavy pattern there also breaks up the outline, makes it a little bit more difficult to know what you are actually looking at. And we are under attack by cryptosuchus. Hello there, just go away please. So from above, from below and from the side, these glow whales are semi-camouflaged, potentially to hide from chelicerates and other potential predators, but could also help them with staying undetected when they are approaching shoals of fish. Really a gorgeous, gorgeous creature. And I love looking at the creatures we find here on planet 4546b and just looking at, okay, how are they similar to the species we have on Earth? Wow, big tongue you have, eh? Probably to help push the food deeper into the throat, and maybe that's actually how they separate water from their food. As they open up their mouth, they gobble up. Oh, wow. A whole breaching happening there. Possibly to communicate with other individuals. No, just stay away, cryptosuchus. Possibly to communicate with other individuals. Possibly to remove ectoparasites like barnacles. Or possibly just for fun. But as we saw there with the glow whale, instead of having baleen plates that it will use to actually filter out the water and push water back out through their mouths once they have caught fish, these guys are probably engulfing the whole bunch of fish over there and then pushing it deeper into the throat with their tongue, and then just pushing water out past their tongue to try and just filter out their food. NANI? Oh, what did we land? Oh no, okay, this is not what we were planning. Okay. I did not keep track of where the chelicerates are. We've accidentally been attacked by the chelicerates. Okay, let's just go home. Let's go home. No. I don't want to be attacked by anything, least of all the chelicerate. That's been quite exciting enough. And cryptosuchus, you can also just go away. Thank you. Okay. We are just going to hide amongst the vents over here. I've also repaired the sea truck, so now it is also ready to withstand some, more abuse. Okay, now we are just going to take the fabricator module off and just bring in the storage module, because we are going to go on a little bit of an adventure just quickly. We're just going to go to Delta Station dock over there, and from there we're going to go to Kappa Station. because I've been there, but I didn't have enough oxygen on me to actually stay under there for long periods of time. We do now have the ultra high capacity oxygen tank, so we should be able to spend quite a bit of time down there without running out of air. So here we are at the dock. I think if we just go along here, go to the west, we should be able to find the copper mining station. Now, the cryptosuchus we can see here have very similar mandibles to the chelicerates we've just looked at, and I'm not sure whether that is actually an example of convergent evolution or whether that is just because they may be related to one another. No, sorry, Peeper. Both of them do have, and I think that's just a thermal vent down there, yeah, not what we're looking for. Both of them have got those similar armor platings, both of them have the same mandibles, the same chelicerae, so it's quite possible that they are actually related to one another, or that could be, as I've mentioned, a convergent evolution, which is when two even unrelated species actually end up developing the same adaptations because they are exposed to the same conditions, or they've adapted to the environmental conditions, which are similar, in similar ways. Anyway, now if we have a look here, we've got the red feather fish. You can see here red in color with black and a little bit of yellow. What's interesting is that the PDA over here actually mentions that it's a deep water variant of the more common featherfish, and the fact that it is red in color helps to blend into the deeper and darker waters where there's less red light penetration. So as I've mentioned in the previous episode, the red light actually stops penetrating after the first 40, 60-ish meters, and thereafter anything that is red in color is actually invisible. Blue light, however, does penetrate this deep down, so this little blue featherfish over here is actually still visible. The reddish, blackish, yellowish cousin of it is actually invisible. So this little guy over here, perfectly adapted for life in the deep, whereas the blue one, not so much. This one is actually visible to predators. Just a little random side note, and I love the fact, I'm just getting some oxygen here, love the fact that the developers here actually put that little bit of a description in there and actually have a deep water variant of the normal old blue feather fish. Okay, so now that we are down here, there are a few oxygen plants that we're going to have a look. Are we going to use? Also did get the data box over here, which was, I can't recall what it was. I think the moon pool possibly. There are also the rock grubs over here, and the rock grubs are actually related to the rock punches that we have also seen before, I believe, in one of the live streams. We're going to be talking about rock grubs and rock punches in, I think, the next episode. We've got the titanium big cluster over here, which we can only mine with the prawn suit, and down here we also did get the prawn suit as well. So the last fragment. So we can make the prawn suit, and then we can, of course, come down here, and then we can mine all these things as well. Ruby, ruby, ruby. Some gold over here as well, some titanium, a whole bunch of resources. Apparently I missed this data box, which is the scanner room, which of course we already have. Oh, here's a PDA. I missed this.
Oh, hey, Parvin. Can I get you to sign off here?
What is all this?
I don't know. Some kind of measuring equipment? Lil said she'd send someone over to set it up later.
Ah, alien science nonsense.
I wouldn't say that. You should ask her to show you some of her findings. Pretty interesting stuff. There might really be someone down there.
You ask me, scientists have too much control over here.
What?
I'm serious.
Another site found, but I cannot yet tell whether the others survived.
Okay,
Still, it
interesting.
holds valuable information. I hope you will find more.
Let's just scan this artefact.
Indicating more of my people's technology, but the images I am receiving are fragmented, repeating. I am struggling to locate them precisely.
Fragmented images? Why would that happen?
I can only theorize that the locations are deep,
Interesting.
and shielded by a refractive material. Perhaps amongst large crystal formations.
Oh. We've seen large crystal formations, of course, before. Another data box, which I also missed.
New technology acquired.
A headlamp. Oh, marvelous. That's going to be nice. Of course, a whole bunch of other things we can also get here. This is diamonds that we need the drill arm for, with the prawn suit. Can't believe I didn't come down here. Oh, really a whole bunch of resources. So, once you have the prawn suit, coming down here is probably a good thing to do. Of course, now we also know that there are also some places, some alien places, down... Ah.
Our searches have been useful, but ultimately I have no definitive evidence as to the fate of my people. The network I hoped to rejoin may no longer exist. I cannot feel it. I suppose the human reaction would be to maintain hope. A survival instinct. Having no choice, I shall emulate you. It seems rather inefficient, but I will have to go home and see what awaits me. The only other alternative is to perish alone. The worst inefficiency by far.
Okay, so at least we know that if we go down into that crystal formation, we should be able to find out more about what happened to Alan's people. To the precursors. But we are going to have to do that another time. I think this is probably a good point to end today's episode. I'm just going to travel back to Doma Nova, and I'll be back on, of course, on Friday with another episode of An Ecologist Plays Subnautica Below Zero. So if you've got any suggestions for what I should be doing, please do drop it down in the comments below, and I'll see what I can get up to. Until next time, everybody, stay safe. I'll see you all soon. Bye.